This conference will now be.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yes, it's not loading. Just give me a minute. Let me try to refresh the board. If we be in Jira, what all we completed in Jira?
Hmm?
In Jira, what all did we complete? What's pending?
Only the project part, right? Project pages we created, and then you showed me the Friday roadmap issues and all that thing in but you said that we'll go in detail once everyone is here.
Hmm, okay.
So Friday we just oversee of the everything, like you showed couple of things how to do it.
Okay, okay, sure,
Created epic and all that.
sure. Why is this not loading? Just give me a minute.
You might refresh it. It might work.
No, it's not allowing me. It's just frozen. I have to leave it alone for around 1 minute, 30 seconds to 1 minute. It will come up.
Mhm.
This Chrome is creating a lot of issues for me. And also, there are some windows where updates pending. So I need to do that also. Okay, good. So go back to project. So we created few epics is what you told, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So we built the roadmap. We listed down all the epics of features and then build, trying to build the roadmap. I showed how to build the roadmap. But all these things are more of a responsibility of the product owner itself. Okay. But for understanding purpose, yeah, we put. And then these epics which were there. Okay. Those things should not come as part of backlog. Let's see. Okay, see if you see here, you don't have it's not there as part of the backlog because only stories and defects come and sit here as part of the backlog, nothing else. Okay, only stories and defects come and sit part of the backlog. This would be at the bottom of sprint backlog, sorry, product backlog. At the top, it would be a sprint backlog where items from product backlog would be carried to the sprint backlog by the product owner. Okay, so yeah, they will do it. You don't have any ask or role there. Okay, So, but this roadmap will help you. That's one thing. What else I want to cover? Backlog board, reports. Yeah, did I cover reports part? Did I cover burn up chart? I think I did,
No,
right?
you
No?
just said that we'll cover it up on the next lecture when everyone
Okay.
is here. You just showed me.
Okay, fine. Okay, sure. Let me bring up a PPT slide for that. So, so this is how a burn down or burn up chart looks. Now, what is this exactly? And no, what is this exactly is uh, how the team is progressing. We will understand from this chart how the team is progressing in the sprint from the burn down chart. Same case with burn up also, but we will additionally have scope also indicating. Burn up chart is mostly used for the complete project itself. Burn down is mostly used for sprint level. On the x-axis, we have the days in a sprint. First day, second day, third day. Assume this is the first day of the sprint, second day of the sprint, third day of the sprint. That's how it is. And this is the story points that is committed, meaning the amount of work that is committed by the team. Assume in this case, 100 story points are committed by the team to complete it as part of planning. Okay. Now the blue line indicates if we have to complete the 100 story points in the 2 week sprint, that is 10 days, then this is how you need to perform. This is how we need to close things, meaning every day we need to close 10 story points of work. Okay, this is the expectation. Okay, how would the reality or actual would be? The red line indicates the actual, where it automatically populates. Basically, it automatically populates in Jira as and when you change the state of the stories. As and when the team changes the state of the stories, this will automatically get updated. So, if this red line is above this blue line, then that indicates we are behind schedule, meaning we are behind schedule. Like for example, here at this point, the team should have completed 40 story points and left out with only 60 story points. But if you see this red line, this indicates you are falling short by 70, 10 story points, because it is that 70 story points are remaining. This indicates 70 story points are remaining and only are done, only 10, 30 are done. That indicates, no, yeah, that indicates, we are lagging behind by 10 story points. And slowly the team progresses. At the end of the sprint, it would be like, okay, you should have completed 100 story points, but we completed only around 80 to 85 story points. The rest of the things is, you know, is kind of, not done. Even though it was committed, it was not done and can be carry forwarded to the upcoming sprint. Okay, make sense so far on burn down? Okay, I'm considering it as a yes. Kyati, Sajad.
I'm just thinking, can you one more time,
Uh,
please, for burn
yeah,
up
yeah, sure,
and
sure.
burn down?
Uh,
I was about to say the same thing.
Okay, okay. Burn up anyway, I've not touched upon it, and since Grace is also here, hey Grace, we'll cover one more time. Okay.
Hey, Roger.
Hey, okay. So what I was trying to say is now, um, by the way, you need not create the chart manually. That chart will get created automatically here in the reports. The chart will be created automatically once the sprint is started. Project or sprint is started. Okay, because it clearly says awaiting sprint, which means we need to start the sprint to see this. Okay, you only have to export that and showcase it. Okay, let me give one more try. Now, burn down and burn up chart. Burn down chart. Assume you have sprint. It's a 2-week sprint. Okay, it's a 2-week sprint, which means you have 10 working days in that sprint. Correct? Those 10 working days, you will put it in x-axis 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and on the y-axis, this is the amount of work that is team is committing to complete. Story points means, assume I have a user story or a requirement. I say, hey, I need five days to complete this requirement. That is one story. That is 5 story points. Okay. Similarly, other team member might say, okay, I have one story with 5 story points. So you accumulate that. And you'll have 100 story points. Assume you have 100 story points committed by the team based on their bandwidth. 100 story points is committed. You understand what is a story point?
Yes.
Okay, so 100 story points are committed by the team, as part of bandwidth. Now this is on the y-axis. So far so good.
Yes.
Okay, now if you have to complete 100 story points in this 2-week sprint, which has 10 working days, then this you have to progress in such a way that this is the expectation that you have to burn every day 10 story points. Only then in 2 weeks you will be able to complete the sprint. This is the expected line. This is how we are expecting for you to complete the sprint. However, we'll have a lot of challenges, risks, and everything. Right? So the red line indicates the actual line, meaning how are we progressing? How are we progressing here? Right? For example, okay, on the first day, the team completed 10 story points of work. It's looking good. Second day, the team was able to complete only 5 story points of work. Ideally, they should have completed 10, but they completed only 5. Third day, they they completed again only 5 instead of 10. Fourth day, they completed 10. Fifth day, they completed 5. So like this, the red line indicates the amount of work that is completed by the team as we progress in the sprint. As we progress in the sprint, how does it show up? Now, with this, you will be able to visualize if this red line is above the blue line, that indicates, hey, you know what? We should have completed so much of work, X amount of work, but we have not completed it, and we are lagging behind by so much. Okay, so that things would be shown as part of the burn down chart. As I told earlier, if the red line is above blue line, that indicates we are behind schedule. Okay, if it is below blue line, then that
Yeah, I
indicates,
got it.
sorry, go ahead.
So I mean, the blue line just shows that okay, they need to do, for instance, 10 every day, but they are doing 8, so it pile up and getting bad and bad.
I'm sorry, I'm not
So
able to get
that's
it.
short too. Like they
Your
are
voice is
behind.
breaking.
Oh, one second. I don't know. I think I have to call again or something.
Go ahead, give it a try.
Is it better? Is it better now?
Yeah,
Yes.
okay,
Okay. I'm saying like they have like they wanted to expected was to be do 10 a day, but they did 8, so the next day they're supposed to do 12 to make it up, and then they again do 8, so they were behind 4, something like that.
I'm sorry, Sajjad, I still did not get it.
Okay, I'm
So
sorry.
he's saying that you go ahead, Sajad, you explain.
so like when they are they, it's a burn down in this set a target that we have to do all together 100 for next 10 days. 10 you do 10
Mm,
each day,
yes.
right?
So yeah, if you have to reach that target of 100 story points in 10 days, then you have to progressively do according to this line expected. Yeah,
So,
correct.
when you do this, they're expected to do 10, but only do 8. So to catch
Yes,
up, we have to do 12 next day.
yes, yes. We need to do that catch up. Otherwise, it will spill. Like for example, at the end of 10th day
Yeah.
here, we should have ideally completed the 100 story points, but we are behind schedule by 15 story points. So these 15 story points of work will be carry forwarded to the next sprint.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
make sense?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Grace, you got that?
Yes, I got that. I was listening to. I had the same question that Sanjeev asked.
Okay, okay, sure. Okay, cool. Then this is on the burn down chart. Now, similar to the burn down chart, there's something called a burn up chart. This is mostly used at the release level. On the x-axis, you can have sprints. Okay, for zero sprint, first sprint, second sprint, third sprint, fourth sprint. Okay, and also you can do it at a sprint level also. But yeah, since we have burn down chart, there is no point in having burn up chart also. But for release level, yes, definitely you need. Now, what's the difference between these two? The only difference, major difference is we'll get to know if there was any scope that was increased over a period of time during the various sprints in the project. Like in this example, in the seventh sprint, there was scope increased by 10 story points of work. Okay, scope increased by 10 story points of work. See, otherwise the scope was only 90 story points. Suddenly here, the scope was increased to 10 story points. Maybe additional to user stories or requirements were added. Okay. So otherwise, the expected actual is still the same. Here, as I told earlier, if it is below blue line, that indicates we are behind schedule. If it is above blue line, that indicates if we are behind schedule. Sorry, ahead of schedule. Okay. So it's vice versa when compared to burn down chart. Okay. Okay. Does this make sense? Burn down chart. Sorry, burn up chart.
Yeah, Raj.
Okay. How about others? Is it okay? Take it as a yes. Now let's go back. What else is there in Jira? I'm just wondering. Yeah, when it comes to reports,
There were
these two,
3 charts you showed.
velocity report. So velocity report is now, mm, it's like this. Where is it? Yeah. So this is burn up itself. But velocity is like, assume for sprint one, you committed 100 story points. Okay. The team, no, let's put it in an Excel, or I have an Excel. Let me see if I can bring that up. Yeah. So this is the typical burn down chart. Velocity chart, I don't have it here. Let me see if it's there anywhere. No, burn down, burn down, burn down. Yeah, chart burn down. But yeah, but what the velocity chart is nothing but uh, yeah, it would have been good if I could have I was able to showcase things. Now, in this case, take this case itself. We committed for 100 story points, correct? But we were able to complete only somewhere around 75 story points. 25 story points was left out, correct? Now, what indicates in the velocity chart is, hey, look, in this sprint, this is nothing but a bar graph showing, okay, we committed for 100 story points in this sprint, and we were able to complete only 75 story points. Actual versus the result you will show. This was sprint 1, assume. For sprint 2, you are able to, you committed for maybe 50 story points, but you are able to complete 75 story points. That is sprint 2. Now, somehow I'll try to do this better. So velocity. Assume you are sprint 1, 1, sprint 2, sprint 3, sprint 4, sprint 5. Okay. Now assume you completed in sprint 1 80 story points. 80 story points. And as part of a next sprint, team was able to complete maybe around 82 story points. Sprint 3, maybe team was able to complete 75 story points only. Sprint 4, maybe around 75 was because of public holidays, assume. Sprint 4, maybe you were able to complete 85 story points. Okay. Now, if you want to predict, how much story points can we do in sprint 5, then then that you will take the average of these four, which is, if you see here, 81, around 81 approximately. So your velocity is nothing but the average of the previous 4 to 5 sprints, which helps us to give the capacity for sprint 5, meaning,
Hmm.
okay, which
It
helps
will
us
be
to
a have
give,
a leg room, right?
it will be more like a reference point,
Hmm.
right? Hey, our team is able to do so much, and we will commit to around this based on the bandwidth available. We will commit to around 85 story points,
Hmm.
right? That's how it is. That is velocity. But if here, okay, this is sprint 1, committed versus completed, committed versus completed, that shows in the form of a report or a graph. That's all, no other difference. Make sense?
Hmm.
Any questions?
No.
Nope.
So let's see if I can get this as a graph. I'm little weak at Excel, not so good. Committed was assume 100. This again maybe 90, team committed. This may be around, just taking an example, 80. This may be around 75. Now, if I want to bring a velocity chart, how to do it? So, insert recommended charts. Yes. This is our velocity. So for sprint 1, I committed for this much, 100 story points. I see 80 story points. Like this is how it is. This is what is there in that Jira sample. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any questions on velocity chart?
No, we're good.
Okay, fine. So What else do we have in Jira? I think that's all in terms of Jira. Were you able to go through the Confluence pages, try out the templates and things? There, do you want to discuss anything? And which template you like the most?
I like the Jira most.
Jira most. Okay. Yeah, Jira will kill you actually. It is too much painful. At a high level to see it is best, but when you're managing issues like thousands of issues, it will be like, you'll be not able to focus anywhere. You'll be on Jira only forever. That is a problem I'm also
Mhm.
facing.
Oh, are you
So
working with Jira?
yeah, definitely we have to work in Jira, right? Anybody and everybody has to work in Jira. If you're be it a project manager, product owner, scrum master, everyone has to be in Jira, because for the management, Jira is the single source of truth, right? Management comes to Jira for to see everything. Okay, fine. So I'm assuming you guys had a quick glance at these three things, these few templates, and hopefully, you're able to go through it and understand, right? Mm, anything else you want to know as part of Jira or Confluence?
We'll learn eventually as we use it.
Exactly. So the more you deep dive into it, the better you will learn more things. Okay, fine, fine, fine. So what is this there in Jira? Let me see. Yeah, I told how to set up your project, how to add people to your project when new people join. I told you how to build the roadmap. I showed that. I told you about the backlog, sprint backlog, product backlog, and then I showed you about the burn down chart, burn up chart, and velocity chart. Few things which will help you in terms of reporting. Uh, what else? I showed how to change the permissions. Yeah. So I think that more or less covers Jira piece of it, right? So more or less covers Jira piece of it, and other things. Release. Maybe I will not cover that. You can also kind of have the releases here. Assume release release one. Your start date is maybe around 1st July. End date is maybe by November end. Your release is happening. This is the first drop. This is first drop. We will manage this release. You will have this release here. Okay, it's not yet released. It's unreleased, and you can create another version, right? Then release two. Then what features goes out of it? What are the dates? You can you can manage this, or you can close this or archive this or do a release. Okay, I'll just release this. Okay, set up release automation. Not it. Zero issues will be released. At this point, I don't have any issues created, right? That's the reason it's showing zeros. Otherwise, if there are issues created, then it will show the number of releases, number of issues. Then it says, okay, these number of issues will be released. Okay, so yeah, we can't find the version. That's because
But
uh,
1 second.
um,
When other day we opened the Epic, it came to issues, right?
right. So, but here epics are not considered as issues. Epics are, you know, epics are considered, sorry, stories, defects, these things are considered as issues. Let me show you.
Oh, so if
Right.
you open the backlog and write down the stories or defects, then it
Yeah,
will show, right?
yes. So
Okay.
assume create username and password. I'm creating a story, password, an issue I created. By the way,
How
whatever we
did
did that
you
release, this release one came here.
how did
Yeah,
you
go.
open that up under that?
This one.
Mm-hmm. story
Uh,
point.
yeah, all I did is point here, registration, click on this plus mark,
Okay, okay. You are opening the stories
and
then.
yeah, and then
Mm-hmm.
maybe validate phone number. I hit enter, simple as that. Okay. Now we have two issues. I'll show you how it looks. This is how your product backlog looks. Two issues are there in your product backlog.
Hmm.
Now I'll go to release. I'll create a version, maybe version 2. Version 2. Yeah, from today to maybe someday. Okay. See,
Hmm.
okay, version 2. Now, first of all, these things have to be completed. It cannot be in to do. It has to be in done. Okay.
Hmm.
And assume you are doing this. Registration epic also has done.
Hmm.
Epic also has to be done. Now let's see what happens. Okay. Now I'll go to releases. I'll do a release. Still shows 0 issues. Why?
Because you completed it. You said done.
That issues are done, but I have not released it. 0, no issues were found to match your criteria. Amazon data, type all, status are fix version 2. Okay, fix version 2. Now I got it. Now I got it. The issue is, you see this fix version 2? Now what I need to do is, the problem is, this registration is not mapped to that, release. It is not mapped to that release. So what I'll do is, I'll map it to the release. Shared issue attach. Where is that? Yeah, fix version. Here I'll select release 2 or version 2. Okay, version 2 I'll select. Now it is saved. Now I'll go. Let's see. Now I'll try to release this. You see one issue.
Hmm.
So that fix version has to be put there in each of the stories or issues, epics also.
Hmm.
Then it will come up.
Okay.
So that mapping was missing. That's the reason you saw 0 issues.
Hmm. But still, you open two issues and now it's saying only one issues.
No, that's because I did not map these two yet. Let me map it and show you. Take
Can you go
this.
slow so we know how to map?
Yeah, take this. Okay, validate
Mm-hmm.
phone number, and I'll go to
Mm-hmm.
here, add the fixed version as version 2.
Two.
2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then a
Mm.
version 2 is added. I'll go to releases. I'll see version 2. Okay, sorry. How many issues do you have? 2 issues now,
Two.
correct? 2
Mm.
issues in version. One is done,
Mm.
one and 0 issues in progress, one is to do.
Mm.
Makes sense?
Yes.
So that's how it is. The fixed version has to be added. Then you can release. Okay.
Mm.
Any
So you
questions here?
can release the product with the issues too.
With the issues, no. Ideally, there should be the complete green
It
bar
should
should
be
be there.
finished, right?
Yes, yes. All the epics, user stories, everything has to be completed or cancelled at least.
Okay.
Okay. That's when you can do a release. Okay.
Mm.
Any questions here?
Mm.
Sajad, Grace, are you getting it?
Good.
Sorry, Grace, what was that?
That's no questions. We're good.
No,
Okay,
no
okay.
question.
Okay, fine, fine. So this is all on Jira I wanted to cover. So tomorrow we'll go back to the course content and look into remaining topics. Okay. But
Mm.
go through Jira. If you have any queries, come back. We'll discuss again. It's
I
fine.
would do that over this coming weekend. And I won't be
Mm.
able to join tomorrow. I have to go somewhere.
Mhm. Okay.
And I have not watched previous recordings as well. I need to do that too. I'm just a
You
little
didn't
behind.
miss anything. I didn't. We didn't do much because Grace also did not join. So we
Mm.
kind of like
Oh,
did
okay.
the revision. So, but I have the
Okay.
lecture. If you want, I can send the link.
I think just send the recording every time. So I
Let
do
me.
get that email and I get the recordings. I just have not watched it yet.
Kathy, I shared the Google Drive. Like you can place all the recording links there. Everyone can view it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I shared the Google Drive link, right? No, meaning
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not.
I saw
I
that.
don't.
Yeah, the
Huh?
one you shared like 2 weeks ago or so.
Yes, yes, yes. So just
Hmm.
place the links, everything there in a notepad so that everyone can access.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Mhm.
So the email, when email comes, it says you have 24 hours to save it. I didn't save it, but the link still works.
It doesn't expire though.
Yeah, they just say that, but it doesn't. She's right.
Mm. Okay, okay.
Okay,
So first,
so I
first
am
two I
putting.
saved, and then I was like, what's going on here? It's not going nowhere.
Mm. Yeah, Kathy, you're saying something?
No, I'm trying to link post into the chat window so they can see it. Okay, I'll put it in the Google Drive. It's
Okay,
not
fine. Just
opening.
create a notepad and put all the links there.
Okay.
Huh? Fine. Okay. Okay
Thank
then.
you.
Fine. Okay. Anything else before we close?
No.
No.
Okay. Cool then. Thank you. Thanks all. We'll catch up tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Bye.